and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, where we're having ourselves a pretty nice day. Not quite as bright sun as what we have been looking at. Partly sunny skies, I guess you could say, but the temperatures continue to rev up. Right now we're looking at 75 degrees at the airport. It is 77 now here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 73. Downtown Bay City is coming in at 75. Southwest breeze for some of us, southerly for others, 10 miles per hour out at the airport, 30.07. Dropping off a little bit is the barometric pressure. The high pressure system affecting our weather is gradually moving off to the east. And as a result, we're going to see an increase in the clouds, but no precipitation today. It does appear as though as we go into the nighttime hours, especially after midnight, that's going to be the best chance of seeing any precip at all. And that is going to be in the Upper Peninsula and the northern part, the Northwest. I want to say the Northwest, 25% of the Lower Peninsula, and then along the Lake Michigan shoreline down to just south of Grand Rapids. That will be, my guess is after midnight tonight is when we're going to begin to see some of that activity. And then during the morning hours tomorrow morning, not necessarily at sunrise, but give it maybe another hour or two after sunrise tomorrow morning, then we should see the effects of that front moving in, and that will be in the form of precipitation. As far as amounts of precipitation goes, we'll talk about that in just a second. Now, the front is running from the northwest corner of Wisconsin down to western Texas. And that front, as I said, is very slowly moving to the east. There is another front that has dropped out of the Canadian Rockies. That is situated over the Dakotas. There's a weak low pressure system attached to that, which is up in Canada. And that front is running through the Dakotas back into Utah. And that one is where the real cold air is behind that. So as we go through the next couple of days, the frontal system will move through Michigan. We're going to get some precipitation on Thursday and then some clearing off. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Friday we see some sun around here. And then later in the day on Friday night is when we expect another round of precipitation to move in. And that is going to be from that second front, which eventually the two fronts are going to meld together. And then as we go through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it'll be cloudy, it'll be rainy. And, we could even see a little bit of sun on Sunday morning. But I think the telling tale of this whole thing is going to be the northwest winds, because the stronger they are, the better chance we're going to see of lake effect type shower activity, and the high temperatures. 52 for a high on Saturday, 52 for a high on Sunday. Then on Monday, still with a chance of some showers around, but a much slimmer chance, 55, 56 degrees. Then on Tuesday, we'll begin to inch our way up into the 60-degree area, upper 50s. We should be at 66 in the afternoon, 45 at night. So that's the reason why you've been spoiled over the past several days. Record highs yesterday, we came close. The record here was 87, set back in 2005. We peaked out at 86 at the airport yesterday. But Grand Rapids, they broke a record. Green Bay, Wisconsin broke a record. Newark, New Jersey, all the way off now on the East Coast, they broke a record at 85. Albany, New York was at 85. Burlington, Vermont was at 84. And we saw a number of cities in the central part of the continental United States, as well as the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio River Basin, where temperatures were not only in the upper 80s, but we were looking at 92, 93, 94 degrees. So if they didn't break records, they came pretty doggone close. Clouds increasing as we go through the day, but again, not looking at much of anything in the way of precipitation. Clouds tonight, shower activity, especially in the areas where we indicated before, after midnight tonight, 66 for a low. It looks as though that's going to be our high temperature for the day tomorrow. We're not looking for the temperature to really move all that much off of that low tonight. So 66, 67 for a high tomorrow, 54 for a low tomorrow night. The shower activity is going to move through as we move into the mid-morning and afternoon, and then the early evening here in the Great Lakes Bay area, clearing off late tomorrow night, clearing in that the precipitation will be out of here, still having some clouds around. But on Friday, as we said, some sun around, 65 for a high on Friday, scattered shower activity, but it will be isolated, very light shower activity. I think the best chance is going to be on Friday night, then moving into the day on Saturday with the showers around and those temperatures much cooler. Record high in the state is 88, set back in 1900. The record low is 29 since in 1989. Sun will set this evening at 7:12, rise tomorrow morning at 7:38. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, we've got Cody Harris over at Star of the West, and also Doug Klein from Oppenheimer will be joining us. But before we get to all of that, I want to remind you, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Risk management is a tool that's been around for a little while, and the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency know that it is a good tool for you to use, Mr. Farmer. Risk management, take advantage of the good things, protect yourself against the bad. It's all a matter of business with the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Remember, they're licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get hold of their agents on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can call the office in Reese, 989-868-4722. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Cody, what's going on today?
Well, good morning, Terry. We got definitely a little bit of a mixed bag here in Chicago, and a little different change of pace from the last couple of days. Looks like soybeans kind of the driver in the upward direction, and wheat, just when we thought something was turning around for the wheat market, we're down a little bit here today, Terry, but kind of diving right into it. That cash wheat we're looking at, it's down 12 at the moment, 517 on the white, 447 on the red. New crop 2024 wheat, that's down 11 at the moment, 612 on the white, 537 on the red. Then looking over at cash and new crop corn, that's down a penny at 422. And then cash and new crop soybeans, that's up 5 at the moment at 11.98.
I'm seeing a little bit of wheat go in, Cody.
Yeah, definitely. With this weather that we've had, soybean harvest has definitely picked up, and wheat harvest or wheat planting, I should say, is definitely picking up strong. I know some dry beans coming off. We had a lot of guys really diving in last week, and then with beans coming off, soy's here this week as well. Seeing a lot of activity. It's been perfect weather, it seems like, these guys, and they're just trying to get as much in as they can. So it's definitely a good sign here right now.
Yeah, I think they're really trying to take care of business today. I can't emphasize enough about take your time. Yeah, the Mother Nature's going to throw a little bit of a curve at us, but that crop is going to be there after she gets done doing whatever she's going to do. So get as much done as you can. And of course, with wheat planting, you're taking advantage of some much needed precipitation. We really do need a rain.
Oh, yes. Like I said, how many times we look back and it's been 80 degrees in October? So kind of a blessing and a curse all at the same time, giving us a little window to get some of this stuff done. But like you said, we're starting to get to that point where we could definitely use some moisture. So for sure on that end.
All right, Cody, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again, okay?
Yeah, sounds good, Terry. Thank you.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth. What's going on in Chicago? Let's find out from Doug Klein. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Yeah, those seasons, they're changing, and so is the new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. The heavy-duty 23s are still coming in, and the 24 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, ProMaster van, or Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, you better be heading to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. 13 locations now throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
A little uncertainty out there, huh?
Let's just call it a day.
Well, Friday can't come too soon, but Fridays have been a little scary lately.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Mortgage demand is the lowest since 96. That's before the turn of the century, if you really want to make it sound bad. Interest rates is the highest they've been since 2000. That's not so good either. So I don't know if there's a storm coming in real estate. They say there might be. I don't know. That will not be pretty if it does. But crude oil is down $3.39 today. So there's, I guess you can call it the bright spot in the day. Gasoline is down 12 cents, pegged at about $2.24. Should put us at $2.90 at the pump by the end of the month. But well, I wouldn't bet my eye teeth on that one. I don't know. Like you said, uncertainty at the least. So anyway, here's your numbers. December corn, 4.86.5, down a penny. March corn, 5.01 3/4, down a half a penny. November soybeans, 12.78.5, up 5 3/4. March soybeans, 13.12.5, up a nickel. The December wheat, 5.56 3/4, down 11 3/4. And the March wheat is 5.86 1/4, down 11 1/2. Crude oil is 85.82, down $3.41. Heating oil is 3.06, down 13 1/2 cents. Gasoline is 2.24, down 12 cents. Natural gas $3.08 of a penny, up 6 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3753 at the border. That's up 45 ticks. The dollar buys 148.86 yen. That's down 18 ticks. The euro's at 105.11. That's up 46 ticks. The dollar's at 106.70, down 30 ticks. Gold is at 1822.70, down $1.90. Silver's 21.10, down 27.5 cents. And platinum's at $861.90, down $6.40.
Ooh, a little bit of a drop there.
I know.
See.
God, like I said, call it a day.
Call it a day. Well, we still got a few hours left, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Doug, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hang in there.
You betcha. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They can help with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Just stop by any of their conveniently located offices and see how they can become your hometown financial solution. Find out more by going to frankenmuthcu.org. And by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Joining me now, Scott DeVries with Nutrient Ag. And Scott, we talk about all the things that are going on as you see it right now. I've been following combines and headers up and down the roadways for Lord knows how many days here. The guys are getting some work done, and there's probably some things that they should be thinking about right now.
Well, you're right. I mean, it's a great time of year. We got harvest going on all over. We've been blessed with some phenomenal weather here to get off to a great start. But right now, I'm really looking at as we look at the colors and the season of change, I really start thinking about what did we learn this year? What can we do different for next year? I'm, I've got a little bit of gray hair, and I've seen a lot of things in my career, and never have I thought I'd see some of the new products, some of the biologicals, stress mitigation products really do what they've done in my career. This is sort of exciting.
It sure is. And it's great to see it, but a lot of folks I know have worked from experience, which is, okay, I know I put this particular seed in and I do this and I do that. And within 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. With this new product inventory that's available, you're learning each and every year what this crop is going to do. There's no 2 years alike.
Well, that's the best thing to talk about. I mean, I made myself a note right now we're learning what 2023 crop years are like. And I encourage growers to, get some long-term memory back and look at what the 2018 to 2022 was in their notes and what really worked there, because this is data we get from 1 year is only good for this year. So look at what we've learned over a number of years and consider making good decisions. But look for some new opportunities, man. I'd never thought I'd see this many changes in my career, and I still got a ways to go.
Yeah, and again, talk about it. Get a hold of your agronomist, whatever it is, and find what is going to fit for your farming operation. It's really important that you talk to some people, right?
Absolutely. We got crop consultants out there that, I think they just love to talk to farmers every day. So we got a full line of from all the major suppliers and our Loveland brands. So it's there's lots of tremendous opportunities to talk about what's new and coming from about every supplier out there.
Scott DeVries, always good to talk. You take care and hunt safely, okay?
Yeah, be safe out there. Thanks, Terry.
You betcha. Scott DeVries with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Jerry Samalski will be joining us.
It happens after every commercial building gets built.
That looks great, boys. Wow, what a change. The owners are going to be thrilled.
Even after cleaning out the garage or shed. That leftover scrap metal can be a burden, but it doesn't have to be, and it can make you some cash. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal is a metal recycling company that'll pay you cash and recycle your metal for the future. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal also makes it easy. We can provide containers for industrial manufacturing facilities and small specialty shops for moving and storing scrap metals. Looking to scrap a vehicle? We got you. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal in Saginaw, just north of the Dow Event Center. Also located in West Branch, 1 mile off I-75 and M76. Schedule a car pickup or check metal prices now at rifkin-co.com. Rifkin Scrap Iron and Metal, recycling today for tomorrow.
Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. Jerry Samalski joining me right now from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. And Jerry, what should we be doing right now in the front yard or the backyard?
Well, Terry, fall has just only begun, and I've already seen it. I drove by and saw someone raking the 20 or 30 leaves that had dropped off their tree and cleaning them up already. Terry, mulching your grass clippings in and mulching leaves in, that's just a real positive thing for your lawn. It does not increase thatch. It only increases better microbial action and better soil health. And it's a free fertilizing. So mow those leaves up. Don't rake them off. And again, I imagine there's yards that have too many leaves, but my front yard, I've got a lot of trees. And sometimes I'll plow with my mower the leaves, but I still mulch them up, put them back into the lawn, and it turns out just fine. So mulch them up, have at it, and don't pick them up.
All right. Jerry, take care. Have a good one, okay? We'll talk to you tomorrow, the plant of the week, all righty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission joining us right now. Joe, from what I understand, growers right now are having an opportunity that doesn't come along very often. Can you explain why?
Well, we've been watching that drought in Mexico for a few weeks, Terry, and you and I have chatted about that several times. And the further we get into their growing season, the more serious and real that's become, I guess. So we're just seeing a lot of opportunity. The North Dakota guys have been moving a lot of pinto beans down there and a lot of black beans. It's definitely brought some better values to our area, and I think that's going to pay dividends for growers if they're paying attention and a little bit patient.
Yeah, patience is a virtue. I just hope they do have enough time, because the benefits of waiting a little bit really appear to be, as you said before, a lot greater than what we've seen for several years.
They do. I think there's some growers, in the northern, especially the northern part of Huron County, that are seeing some tremendous yields, and I think it's easy to do the math on those big yields times whatever price they can get today. And I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. Everybody's situation is a little bit different, but if they have the ability to hang on to them for a little bit, I think they're going to see some better values.
Yeah, it's going to pay off. Joe, thanks for the advice. We really appreciate it. You take care. Have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. Chuck Cervinsky along in a moment.
Looking for bigger, bolder, better yields? Look no further than FSC. FS Envision Seed Corn and FS High Soy Soybeans are here to change the game. Our seed products deliver winning results every single time. Your local FS crop specialist is ready to take your farm and yields to the next level. Ready to change the game with bin-busting yields at harvest? Reach out to your local FS retailer or visit fsc.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. Say good morning to Chuck Cervinsky over at Maple Hill Nursery. Chuck, what should we be working at right now?
Hey, we're in the heat of the fall planting season, and we want to give those new plantings a good start. And how about using some tree and shrub powered by Dairy Dew from Morgan Composting? It's a handcrafted planting mix that provides all the nutrients necessary for vibrant foliage and necessary root growth down the road. And it's got that added feature of triple ground bark, which is going to offer great water holding capacity for those new plantings. For new trees and shrubs, you're going to mix equal parts of tree and shrub with your existing soil and fill in around the new planting. You can also top dress around the new planting as well, and this product can be used with both new plantings and transplants as well.
So all we got to do is stop by Maple Hill.
And we'll show you how to do it with Dairy Dew products from Morgan Composting.
Chuck Cervinsky, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again soon, all righty? Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. It's being called the largest healthcare strike in U.S. history. 75,000 Kaiser Permanente workers hitting the picket lines in 5 states and Washington, D.C.
A few dozen employees are picketing here on the sidewalk in front of this large medical office building. They're chanting for a fair contract. The affected employees in Virginia and D.C. are optometrists and pharmacists. Kaiser says it's been contacting patients to reschedule some non-urgent appointments and procedures. It expects this and most facilities to operate as normal with little disruption. Neil Augenstein for CBS News, Springfield, Virginia.
Ohio Republican Jim Jordan says he'll run for Speaker of the House. It's not clear who can repair the GOP fracture that led to Kevin McCarthy's ouster yesterday. Ohio Republican Dave Joyce, who backed McCarthy, tells CBS News.
It's going to be tough to get the majority here for any one individual without making some concessions. But I tell you one concession I'm not backing up on this. We have to change this rule because one moron should not be able to dictate to this country.
A reference to Florida's Matt Gaetz, who led the uprising. President Biden is poised to announce a new round of student loan forgiveness today.
The president will announce an additional 125,000 Americans have been approved for student debt relief. This latest wave of relief, which amounts to $9 billion, applies to borrowers with total and permanent disabilities. This latest loan forgiveness is part of a larger effort by the Biden administration to expand relief through a series of fixes to the federal student loan program. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Radio, TV, and cell phones all will be looped into today's test of the nationwide emergency alert system.
For the national test, there's not the ability to opt out of the phone, and that's per the legislation that was passed in 2006.
Wade Whitmer of FEMA says the test takes place today at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time. The parent company of Instagram and Facebook is looking to introduce ad-free subscription plans for users in Europe to comply with new restrictions that could limit how social media outlets are able to target advertising. CBS News tech contributor Ian Scher.
If by charging something like $10 a month, Facebook and Instagram are able to offset the losses from not advertising at people, this could be an opportunity for the tech industry to offer people more choice and to say, look, we need to make money somehow, and here is what we think is a fair trade.
And Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 43 points. NASDAQ is up 130. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Cloudy skies and 76 degrees at 12:03. Good afternoon. I'm Mike Percha. A woman in Cryle has died after her vehicle reportedly backed over her Tuesday morning. The Genesee County Sheriff's Department says the 68-year-old woman stopped to get her mail outside her home in the 13,000 block of Linden Road around 9 a.m., but failed to put her car in park. Investigators say the woman likely tried to chase after her car as it rolled away, but fell into the path and was pinned underneath. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities say foul play is not suspected in the incident. Michigan's Republican congressional delegation has supported House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who was ousted from his leadership position yesterday. The 6 Republicans from Michigan all voted to keep McCarthy in place. Mid-Michigan Congressman John Molinar called the ouster a mistake and said the move was personal. Northern Michigan Representative Jack Bergman says he doesn't always see eye